A Bay Area woman's home was damaged during a hurricane after a tree toppled onto her house, sending rain inside.
She says not only does she have to repair her home, but it smells like mold, something very prevalent here in Florida, and something that grows with moisture. Yet when her insurance company visited her home, they said there was no mold to worry about.
Upset, she called 10 Investigates reporter Jennifer Titus.
Is right up there.
Geez, that's a huge hole.
Yeah.
Have you been up there yet?
No.
Lorraine Wuyts is not going to be heading up there anytime soon. Worried, she says, about the danger she can't see.
The smell was really bad.
The hole from a tree that blew down during Hurricane Milton right on top of her home.
I've never been that scared. I was actually shaking.
The tree damage creating a hole large enough where she could see the sunlight shine right on in.
Yeah, me and my little sister, she lives on the East Coast. She came over and helped me get the tarp up there.
And then Lori called her insurance provider, Citizens Insurance, and they quickly sent out an adjuster. And what did that adjuster tell you?
Not much. I mean, he looked around. I mean, it's not like he went up in the ceiling and looked at anything.
When she got her paperwork back from the assessment, they wrote her a check to fix the roof. But she says that was it.
They should at least do a test.
A test, she says, to see whether or not mold is present inside the hole. She pays for mold coverage. It's part of her plan.
They needed to do something to determine if there was mold there.
That's when she called her friend Alex Dunsing, who also happens to be a public adjuster.
She sent me the policy, and I went through it, and I saw that there was mold and mildew coverage. And I was like, well, that's $10,000 at least. So we listed that out, and I sent it to the insurance company, and they told me that after some discussion, they said that they would not be covering it because the field adjuster did not notice any mold.
That's when Alex went to Lorraine's house to see the damage himself.
When I came down here, I was like shocked. Like, I thought it was just, maybe some water damage up there. I didn't realize that there was like an apocalyptic looking hole up here.
Here's the thing. In Florida, you have to be licensed to be a mold assessor.
It's not only homes affected that had floods, but homes that had a small water intrusion.
Arpad Colby is a licensed mold assessor in the state of Florida.
First part of the inspection is visual, basically, to see where mold contamination occurred. The ceiling got moisture and held that moisture, and then mold started to form.
He says to confirm if there is mold in a home, you have to properly test for it, which includes taking samples and sending those to a lab.
I think what the insurance company can do better is really inform the customers and guide them. If they make a claim, if they hear from the homeowner that there's something wrong, not just send a public adjuster or their adjuster to say there's no mold, but hey, there's a checklist, get your assessment done, see if there's an issue or not, and then we can go take it from there. And then that actually can save money for the insurance company.
We reached out to citizens asking them about mold claims and whether or not their adjusters are licensed to assess for mold. They told us in Florida, field adjusters are not required to be licensed to assess for mold. When needed, a third-party mold assessment company would be hired to determine if mold is present and to what extent for possible remediation on a covered loss.
All along where you see all these buckets and containers.
As for Lori and Alex, they have taken steps to try and fight the initial insurance claim, even receiving this letter from the Department of Financial Services, who oversees insurance companies in Florida, that goes on to say the desk adjuster explained that if mold is not visibly noted during the field adjuster's inspection, Citizens will not cover mold testing. The DA explained that mold testing or any request for mitigation and repairs from contractors are requested at the insured's discretion, and it's up to them to provide the company with receipts from their own testing.
There was that huge hole.
Lori says then it will be up to Citizens again as to what amount of money they will refund her back. You just want to get this fixed and make sure it's safe and healthy in here for you.
Yeah, and I could move like I was planning.
And Citizens also told us the adjuster should be made aware of any new updates and findings. They also say Citizens will investigate those new findings as it relates to the claim and address accordingly per the insurance policy. You can read their full statement to this story now on our app. Jennifer Titus, 10 Investigates.